Perfection is the end. Perfection means you can't develop further. Perfection means you can't go beyond that. And it's getting boring. Very boring. Wise words from someone who is in this video. Hi, I'm Devin here with a new format. I have decided to start animating myself when I do character analysis sometimes. I will still show my beautiful face, but you know what? Yes, here we are. I'm here with a new anime analysis video on someone very insane. Someone who is very dear to my heart. His name? Mayuri Kurotsuchi. Mayuri Kurotsuchi is someone who no one would want to fight with because chances are he's already predicted your end like 6 times. He's very good at like just setting up everybody into traps, and the drip too. The drip is the second most important thing about him. Third most important being his intelligence. But here is his Shikai. Hashisogi Jizo. Claw out. Easy. Now, what does this do? Well, you stab your opponent. It robs them of movement. They cannot move. Their pain receptors are still intact. As a matter of fact, you end up in a pile on the floor. Somewhat like this. Yeah, and you can't move, but you can still feel all the pain because this guy's sadistic. Now, here we go to his Bankai, which is scarier. Konjiki Ashi Sogi Jizo. Scary baby caterpillar thingy. And you know what? That thing also has poison. And on top of all that poison, he has swords. Lots of swords coming out of it. And he constantly changes that poison too. And he is immune to it. He always changes it. There is no chance you're going to survive it a second time if you survive it the first time. If you survive it the first time, you're screwed. The second one is the other Ashisogi Jizo. Not telling you its name because spoilers, but it's coming later. There's going to be a lot of spoilers here too, but I'm not spoiling the exact stuff. He changes his Bankai all the time though. It's cool. First battle, Uryu Ishida. He comes out of nowhere thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to fight this guy. And Mayuri, he has other plans. He's like, yo, I packed your grandpa, you Quincy scum. And he's about to give him the exact same thing he gave him. Woo, boop, boop, mush. You see, Mayuri is something of an anti-Quincy specialist. So he had the exact stuff for Uryu. But there was one person who saved Uryu. Mayuri Kurotsuchi. Best girl. She was still left on the ground, though.
Second battle, Silopero grunts.
I'm not including the bat arc here, because the bounts aren't important, even if he killed one of them. But Xylopero, he was something else of something crazy. This man, he had a doll of Mayuri ready for him because of his resurrection. But you know what? Mayuri had every organ replicated, and even less than an hour beforehand. He tortures Xylopero so much in this battle that Xylopero is basically rendered to nothing. And once again using drugs, Mayuri wins. He slows him down to the point where he thinks life's 100 years, and he perishes. Now, I would not want to encounter this because I would not want to be stuck in a mental loop, but Nemu saves everything. She had the drugs in her, and Nemu is the conduit for his drugs. Not to mention that he also robbed his lab afterwards and turned the corpses into bombs, which is quite cool if you ask me. Like, imagine that. You just own a guy and you steal all his stuff, all that loot, all that science loot. But next, we're about to talk about the most important thing, Mayuri and the Thousand-Year Blood War. If Mayuri wasn't here, there would be no victory for the Soul Society. Mayuri is literally the reason we have the dub here. He anticipated so much beforehand, and he, as I said earlier, anti-Quincy specialist. You think that, like, all this stuff, he even found out how to save the Bankais. This This man got everything. He got the Bankai saving, he got the drip, he got the intelligence, but most importantly, he got everything right by just guessing and estimating. Which comes in handy because he is very on the fly thinker. Very in this battle against Giselle Juezel, however hell you say her name, zombie girl. She sprays her blood on you, you become a zombie. If you're a Soul Reaper, it could take over you. If you're a Quincy, you have to wait to die first. Now, Bambi was here. Mayuri was like, yo, zombie Bambi, no. Stop the bombs. 3 seconds was all he did to stop the bombs. And on top of that, Namu was there to help too. But most importantly, the bombs. The human bombs. The human bombs were meant to go against the, Soul Reapers turned into zombies because Mayuri couldn't bring himself to fight him. But he didn't anticipate the next zombie, Toshiro Hitsugaya. He was okay with that. His bombs also had drugs in them and slowed down Toshiro Hitsugaya's perception by a lot. He was looped like freaking Kabuto from Naruto. After that, 2 more captains zombified? Oh no. Well, guess what? Mayuri did the exact same stuff to those zombies that he did to the other zombies. And he took control of those zombies. So those zombies are his zombies. Even Pepe, who controls the power of love. Yeah, that guy. Cool guy. He was controlling Giselle's zombies, and he's like, guess what? As long as something loves me, we're okay. Well, on top of that, we have Mayuri giving us aid to Byakuya Kuchiki, of all people. And Byakuya is questioning his methods over the zombies, but he's like, you know what? These zombies are here to help. And on top of all these zombies, you got to admire that drip, bro. After single-handedly saving those Squad 11 members and Byakuya Kuchiki, he gives us one of the best panels ever, because Pepe trying to control his zombies, he's like, yo bro, my zombies don't know the meaning of love. And man, he was not ready for that. He was not ready to be one-upped by a non-feeling sociopath of a scientist. But he kind of feels. We'll talk about that later, because he feels about one guy in specific. One guy who isn't really an enemy, but we'll talk about him later. Next guy, Pernida, the left hand of the Soul King. Now this guy, he controls nerves in the ground. He shoots his nerves to the ground and he twists people up and stuff. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah, this guy, he's able to like do a whole bunch of weird stuff. He twists Kenpachi's arm off, and look at that.
What's even better is he's learning.
He learns. He develops speech in longhand just to tell Mayuri that he's hurting him. Mayuri's doing a horrible job just making him not feel pain, but Pernida's feeling pain, even when he brought in his Bankai V2. I'm going to infect you. Those nerves hurt Pernida. As soon as you attach himself to that version of Ashi Shogi Jizo, you can't penetrate those layers. It just burns him. It's poisoned him. But what's important next is his next opponent. Freaking Kisuke Huahara. He's like, yo, I am a scientist. I'm the smartest guy. Kisuke is like, no, I'm the smartest guy. So Mayuri created Nemu to spite him. Best girl Nemu. Nemu, best girl in the entire series. I don't even care. But Kisuke Huahara, has created life before. Not like Nemu, though. Nemu is way cooler. Nemu is way better. And you know what? Nemu was just as important to Mayuri as the rest of the Soul Society was to the Soul Society. Except for that drip. You know that drip's important to him. So knowing what we do know about this guy now, I'd say I would never want to fight him. I would never want to be in a situation against him. If I was a Soul Reaper, I would be fucked. If I was a Quincy, I'd be fucked. Definitely don't want to be a Quincy around this guy. If you like this, Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna do more videos like this. Bye.